Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to a brand new video. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below your thoughts on how the international break is going in your opinion. Of course, we are in an international break, so I thought I'd go through a couple of players and how they're performing on international duty. There's a massive one we need to talk about, which will be the first thing we talk about. And after my video and a lot of other Leeds creators made similar videos and streams talking about, oh, who's going to play in the number 10? Will it be Nonto? Will it be Aronson? After all that, it looks like it's 100% going to be Aronson because Willy Nonto limped off for the Italian under-21s against the Netherlands. He limped off on the 40th minute trying to make a challenge. There was a picture going around of like where people think the injury might have happened. Yeah, so it was around the 40th minute. It was trying to challenge for the ball. He stayed down and had treatment, but failed to run it off and was replaced on the 45th minute. Now we don't know fully how bad the injury is going to be, but that's one thing we have to talk about. Knowing that, which means now it looks like Aronson will play the number 10 role for the game against Swansea coming back, but we just hope it's not long because I do think Nonto's going to have a bit to play going into the end of this season and going into the rest of the season. It's just annoying that it happened right now. You know, you have an international break for me at the stupidest time. I think a lot of people have the same opinion of why do we have an international break now when not just Leeds United, but every league, like you have teams in every league fighting for promotion, fighting for relegation, fighting for to win the title, to win the leagues. Like, it doesn't matter what league it is and who it is. Everyone's like, why do we have an international break now when there's, as I said, title races to be had, relegation battles, promotion battles? We have all these things, and they're like, you know what? We're going to have an international break in the middle of all this. Like, what is the point? The international break should just be after the season. Like, can they not do it after the season? Because the international break, right, is what, 1 week? What is it, 1 week? Well, 1 week without games, but 2 weeks, you could say. Okay, 2 weeks. Just say 2 weeks with the international break. Just say it's 2 weeks. Do it after the season. Do it after the season. Why not? Like, you before the next season starts, you know, the leagues don't start straight away, so they can go do their international games. Play what they play, like 2 international games maximum anyway. So they go play those games, and then they can come back and get ready for the season. Like, it's stupid the timing that they have this international break, and it's going to cost, you know, it costs teams stuff. Like, their best players get injured. Or, you know, and it's massive for teams that are battling out for actual stuff in their leagues. Teams like mid-table in their leagues, it doesn't really matter because they're not doing anything. But teams battling out for, as I said, titles and stuff, you need your best players. And the best players are the ones that go to international duty. And if they pick up injuries, just like Willy Nonto did for us, that could not destroy the season because they won't destroy it for us. But yeah, for another team, it could destroy the season, or it could change the season, because having those options are massive. And you're having Nonto, even if he wasn't starting, as an option, because I think Nonto has gotten a bit better throughout the last couple of games and stuff, and I wanted to see more from him off the bench, and I wanted to see more from him. But if this injury goes for the rest of the season, then it looks like we're not going to see him again for the rest of the season, which would suck. But no, I hope the injury's not bad, and hopefully he is able to return. Probably not for the Swansea game. I don't expect him to be in the squad for the Swansea game now, but the game after. So yeah, so Nonto is injured at the moment. We still don't know how bad the injury is, but yeah. Next up on the news is Sam Chambers scored the opening goal for Scotland's under 19s as they drew 1-1 with Sweden. So that's good for him. Sam Chambers getting himself a goal. I like that. Ayo Tanaka played 45 minutes in Japan's 2-0 win over Bahrain. As he helped Japan basically qualify for the World Cup in 2026. So that's good. And the good news is he only played 45 minutes, which is, you know, there's some countries where, like, not now obviously, but because most aren't, but they're already qualified, but they'll have their players play full 90s and stuff. But having Tanaka only play 45 minutes is massive for us going into the rest of the season and the final 8 games, because I mean, Japan were clear of everyone else, by the way. Like, they were clear of everyone else. Yeah, way clear. But like, they didn't even have to probably play, and they would have qualified. They could have probably played like their whole youth team, and they probably would have still qualified. But yeah, it's good that he didn't have to play a full 90 and only played 45. So that's good for us, which means because he didn't have to play that, he didn't play that much. But yeah, next up, Monteiro Diego, I think that's how you say it, was captain for the Portugal's under 20s. So the under 20s Portugal captain. On his debut. That's massive for me. Someone that is making their debut for Portugal. They're making their debut and their captain. That's got to be a massive bonus for us as Leeds yeah, as Leeds United saying, if he starts breaking into the team, it looks like he's a leader on the pitch, and we don't have many of those, and that could be massive having another player, even if they're not starting and just on the bench, even though he's young. Like, being the captain for the under-20s on their debut must mean he has a lot of leadership in him, which should be great for us because we do need that leadership in the squad, and we need that leadership at the club. Because in my opinion, Ampadu is the only one with any leadership in this team. Like, the next captain after that is Strauch, and I don't see it in him. I don't see the leadership in Pascal Strauch. And then the next up is Melia, and I don't see it in either of them. I don't see it in anyone in our team besides Ampadu. But yeah, having someone that made their debut and is captain. They also drew. There was a game where they drew 1-1 with England as well. But like, that's massive for me that he's been on his debut and given the captain's armband. Like, that is massive, yeah. But yeah, congratulations to him. He scored as well, which was, you know, as I said, he scored the goal that made the 1-1 draw. But yeah. And that was great, so yay. Next up, Mateo Joseph played 76 minutes and scored the opening goal. Spain under-21 drew 2-2 to the Czech Republic. Yeah, good for him, he got a goal. He can't do it for us though, can he? And I'm still seeing people say, oh, see, he can score, so he should start. It's a different level, I'm sorry. The under-21s and the championship is a completely different level. It's a big gap. And Joseph isn't doing it at the moment. You can't play Joseph because... Like, you can't play Joseph. You just can't, because I think he's our third best striker, and people won't like that. But Bamford's coming back, and it looks like he might be fit for the Swansea game off the bench. And I'd rather see him off the bench than Joseph, because I think he's a better player. But that's because Joseph is also a young player, and he has a lot to improve in his game. But I just don't think he's at the level, in my opinion, to do it, because I've seen he's come off the bench, he started games, he's just not done anything, in my opinion, this season. And I'm happy for him that he, you know, he played 76 minutes and got a goal. It was a nice finish as well. I'm happy that he got a goal. You know, I'm happy for him. Of course I am. He's a Leeds player. But I just don't think he's good enough currently to be in the team that's pushing for promotion. That's just a personal, that's just how I feel. But yeah, going into the rest of the season, I don't think we'll see much of Joseph, but it's good that he scored for the under-21s, and hopefully can continue that, and maybe that could give him a boost in the league. Maybe him scoring for the under-21s could give him a boost, and he might come off the bench and score for us, maybe, but I just don't see it, to be honest. I just don't see it in his game yet that he has the ability to do it even in the championship. So, but yeah, happy for him. And the next player we have to talk about is, of course, Isaac Schmidt. He made his senior international debut for Switzerland, as they drew 1-1 with Northern Ireland. So he made his debut. So that's a good thing. He made his debut for Switzerland, for the senior team. That's always good to see. You know, I've seen people again saying he should start or should be getting more minutes because of that. I think Farke knows what he's doing, and personally, for me, I think I wanted to see Schmidt get more minutes this season. I agree with the whole, I want to see him get more minutes, but I'm fine with him not getting the minutes if we have someone like Firpo. And then with Farke, if you have someone like Firpo and he wants to be more defensive in a game where if we're winning by 1, you know, and we have to be more defensive, he's going to bring on Byram. He's going to bring on Byram, and I'm fine with that because I think Byram's been very good defensively. And I think that's how we're going to be doing it for the rest of the season, basically. I don't think Schmidt's going to get many minutes for the rest of the season either, but it's good that he made his senior international debut, because I think there's a good player in there. That's not me saying he's not a good player. I think there's a good player in there, and hopefully we can see that in the Premier League next season. Hopefully. But yeah, I like Schmidt as a player. And yeah, but I just don't see him getting many minutes for the rest of the season, but it's good that he made his senior international debut. Next up, Manuel Solomon. He played against Estonia. And I got some stats for his performance. He played 89 minutes. He got 1 assist, 2 shots on target, 5 key passes, 2 big chances created, 60 touches, and 38 out of 39 successful passes. So only 1 pass off 100% pass accuracy. He got an assist. He had 2 shots on target, played it almost a full game. You look at that and you're saying, okay, when he comes back, will he start? I think he probably will start when he comes back. I think it'll be fine to start, but it is a bit worrying when you see your players play full 90 sometimes. But especially a player like Solomon, you know, who's not this season, not for Leeds United, but in the past, in his career, has had injury issues, and that's just one thing that's happened to him. But yeah, very good performance from him. Good to see that as well. It's good to see him performing well on international duty as well. I mean, he's our best player, and hopefully he can continue that form in the league, because at the moment we've kind of dipped we've all kind of dipped. The whole team's kind of dipped a bit, and we've had a little bit of a wobble. But it's good that he got an assist and had a really good performance, and hopefully he can come back and do a similar job. Now the next two, of course, we're going to talk about is the Welsh boys. Dan James. Let's look at that. Dan James scored for Wales against Kazakhstan. In their international game. I got some stats for his performance. He played 86 minutes, so almost a full game. 69 touches. He had 30 out of 37 successful passes. Seven opposition box touches. He won 7 duels. 4 passes into the final third. 3 successful take-ons. 3 ball recoveries. 2 chances created. 2 accurate crosses. 1 shot on target and 1 goal. He scored. Dan James is just, this season he's been brilliant for us, and he's doing it on international duty as well. And yeah, I think he'll come back and be in the start. I mean, he will be in the starting 11. It'll be nice to see Dan James, be able to get a little bit of a break. Not in the Leeds team, but just less minutes for Wales in these games, because I know he has to play all the games because it's massive, it's qualifiers, but it's when you look at him at Leeds and he kind of looks a bit tired recently, but then you see this performance and see that he scored a goal and had a really good performance, and you're like, maybe he's not tired and just he looked tired because the team's performance has dropped. Maybe that's the case. But yeah, Dan James has a very good performance, gets a goal, and Wales win 3-1, so that was good. The other Welsh lad, of course, is Joe Rodon, who also played. He had 165 touches. He had 145 out of 150 successful passes, 97% pass accuracy. He had 25 touches, 25 passes, into the final third. 8 ball recoveries, 7 out of 7 accurate long passes. So his long passes were very accurate in this game. He had 5 duels won, 4 headers cleared, 5 clearances, 3 blocks shots, 1 tackle won, 1 shot, 1 foul, and one time fouled. He had a very good performance, a solid performance, and I think just him in general, his performances this season for Leeds, has improved so much, and I think he is our best centre-back, and he's preview for Wales as well, very good player. But yeah, that's all the main thing that I've seen internationally so far. I don't know if anyone else has played yet. I do know Firpo's playing 2 completely meaningless friendlies against the exact same nation. I can't even remember who they're playing, but they're playing the exact same nation twice for absolutely no reason, which is stupid. But yeah, hopefully no more injuries for the rest of the international game, because I think Wales have another international game. I think most of the countries have another international game, but I thought I'd talk about how the international break's on so far for the lads and how they're performing. So the non-toe news is bad. Probably the only bad thing so far that's happened. No more news like that. No more news, please, like that. But yeah, hopefully we can push on to Swansea next week and get a win. But yeah, that's what's going around in the internationals. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.